There is Anaya Anderson, who has 3 kills thus far, an attack percentage of .429 thus far for the Privateers to help lead the way in that department. But how about her defense as well? She's had several early digs and the first handful of rallies as well. Anderson actually 3 kills, we mentioned 7 attempts with no errors to lead the offense, but a couple of digs on the back row as well to help spearhead from that department. Here's the serve, and Pride just got to that one. Here's Adkins, tap over the block, punched by Piva, and then kept alive too, and push over by Piva, double contact. Blown dead there. And a point for Providence. Otter checks back in for the Friars. To serve, meanwhile, will be McDonald. McDonald sends it high, short. Anderson runs up to it, a free ball. Having to reach back for it, though. That was kind of a funky play, but Adkins makes it work for the kill. Tied up at 12. This high, short serve. This time it scales. Another free ball that winds up going over and out, and a point for Providence. Well, we said at the top that Providence can short serve as well with several different players in their rotation, and we're seeing them start to break that out here. McDonald sends it high and short again. Anderson just gets to it. Now Eciroglu, Piva through the block, but dug out by McDonald with cover. Now Adkins a try cross court, and that goes for the kill. 4 straight points for Providence, and out of the timeout, looked like a completely different team, and it's been the service that's been able to get the Privateers out of system rather, and the Friars have been able to capitalize. McDonald to serve once again. She sends it deep this time. Piva receives. Now Eciroglu. Piva leans into one, and that's going to be a kill as it went over but wide of the antenna. Lauda Piva with the kill. The Privateers back on the service line, trailing by 1 in this airtight set. Now Mbaya is in the serve here for the Privateers. Celia sends it in a line over. That was received by Mayhew. Now set up for Adkins. Mbaya digs very high, but it goes over. A free ball that winds up going out. Swung wide by Berry, and a point for the Privateers. 14 all here in this first set. Mbaya sends this on a line over. Mayhew receives. Very tight set there, and a net violation is going to be called on Berry. Well, off the reception, it left McDonald in a tough spot, and then it left Berry in an even tighter spot, and she winds up contacting the net on the swing. An attack error and a point for New Orleans. They're back in front narrowly. Now Mbaya sends this one over again to Mayhew, and now McDonald will set this one back for Adkins, and a kill as she finds a seam just to the right of Mbaya, and a point for Providence. Sophia Adkins has had, get this, we're at 15 all. She's had 18 attempts thus far. Nobody else has more than 8. Mbaya receives the serve, setter dump, Pride just punches it, then Berry tries to kill it, Alamont covers, Anderson a swing, high block touch, dug out back row by Adkins. Here's a swing, Mayhew, dug out by Mbaya. Eciroglu now for Scales, and we got a whistle and a blocking error on Providence. So a point for the Privateers. Scales will get credit for the kill. Again, the blocking error will go to Lyric Berry. That's her second. Privateers poke their heads back in front once more. Scales sends it over. Pride receives calmly. Now McDonald. Running start. Berry. Cross court. Missed. And a point for the Privateers. The junior middle blocker out of Wiley, Texas. Just a bit awry there on the swing. The Privateers with a 2-point advantage. Matches their largest lead of the set. Scales will serve it over. Received by Pride. Set from McDonald. Actually, a setter up. Eciroglu keeps it up somehow, and then she pushes it back over. Potentially a free ball here for the Friars. Blocked back, but continued, and then a kill for Otter. Well, that was one where it just went a bit wild on everybody on both sides of the net, and Tori Otter winds up sticking with it for the kill. The freshman out of Rogers, Arkansas, gets the Friars back on serve. The serve from Martin, a hard line drive serve, received in Mbaya. Now a swing by Anderson, high block touch, Eciroglu calls. Roundtree with a forearm punch, dug out by Martin. Here's a set back now. Eciroglu tried to dig it, hit the backboard. It's still alive, and it is recovered by Alamon, sent over on a free ball. Now, the set, the attack, the kill by Otter. Well, great hustle from the Privateers, and the backboard on the basketball goal was a friend as well to keep that rally going just a little bit longer, but the Friars win it to tie the score at 17-all. Martin now to serve. She sends it high and deep and in. Privateers made the early call that that one was going to drift out, but it just tucked in neatly in front of the back line. Ace for Martin. Friars back in front. She sends it over. This time it's Anderson to receive it. Now set it up for Anderson through the block and through touches. Anaya Anderson with the kill. And the Privateers have tied it up at 18-all. Now to serve, it will be Mayoni. Standing serve, deep over, received there. Now set it up for the swing from Otter, and Tori Otter with the kill. Tori Otter is making an impact here in the back half of this set. The Friars are in front now, 19-18. Serve goes over, received by Mbaya, set it up here for a big swing. That one a nicely dig out on the back row. Now Mayhew, a miss hit there, and the point goes to the Privateers. Back and forth we go. We are tied at 19-all. Here's the deep serve, and tracking that one was Atkins, then punched over. Mayoni keeps it alive. Eciroglu the bump set for Piva, dug out by Pride. Here's a set for a swing from the back from Atkins, and there's a kill for Sophia Atkins. Mayoni just could not get there in time, and Atkins with the kill. The serve, trips the tape, Anderson receives. Now set it up for Piva, line kill attempt, and just getting to it to keep it alive further, Mayhew, free ball, Mayoni passes, Eciroglu dumps it over and down for the point. Defne Eciroglu, who just crested the 1,100 career assists mark last weekend in the Southland SWAC Challenge, and is starting to close in on getting into the top 10 in program history. She's actually now a little less than 200 assists away from that. At her pace, would happen in about 2 or 3 weeks' time. Peyton Cole to serve. She sends it over, serve received there. Bit of a tight set up for the slide play that smashed home for Easterbrook. And that was Kelsey Holmes, who was in as the setter there. The junior out of Fulton, Maryland. And the Friars now on top and on serve, 21-20. And here is Pride to send this one high and short. Anderson reacts to get to it. Now Eciroglu for Piva. Off the high block touch, dug out in the back row, and now set up on the outside for Atkins. That goes wide, and a point for the Privateers. 21-21. And what a momentum turner this set could be for whoever wins it. Eciroglu sends it high, a bit beyond the 10 to Pride. Now swing from Atkins, and that's a kill off the block attempt for Sophia Atkins. Now back to serve, it will be McDonald. Atkins, it's certainly no surprise, she leads the team in kills. She has 163 coming into the day, but she has been really their main source of offense for the Friars thus far. 8 of the team's 14 kills in this first set. The short serve hits the tape and goes back. It's a service error and a point for the Privateers. Subbing in Mbaya for Piva to serve. Mbaya's serve, line drive, received there by Mayhew. McDonald sets this one up for Atkins, goes wide, and that's a point for the Privateers. To reset, by the way, the timeout situation, Providence has one, they'll take it, so they have none now. New Orleans still has both in their pocket, should they need it. But off the miss hit there on the attack error by the Friars, Privateers have